So we created our own server. Unfortunately, we didn't know anything about it. And yung provider namin ng SAP, hindi din masyado kami na-guidan. So what happened was the data was hijacked. So siguro pag-usapan natin, ano ba yung mga key challenges? We've asked the audience, ito yung top answers nila, cost, cybersecurity, tapos change, etc. So ano pa yung, maybe you can talk about it a little more and then add.
Yeah, siguro yung cost muna, no? Since that seems to be a major concern. Right now, marami ng options na tinatawag na SaaS, no? Software as a service. So these are software solutions na plug and play, you just sign up, tapos subscription siya, pero walang malaking upfront investment. So this is very different from the traditional software na nasa millions.
Yeah, million.
Oo. So kunyari kung gusto mo mag-implement ng isang system before, I think mga 5 years ago ito, you have to be ready to invest millions. May upfront cost dun sa pagbili ng software, may customization, merong training cost. So maraming upfront cost na malaki talaga.
Mm-hmm.
Pero ngayon, marami ng options na, kumbaga, very affordable. So isang example na parati sa amin tinatanong, ano bang gamit kong accounting software sa company? So our software is, we're using Xero.
Mm-hmm.
XERO. And that's, I think, $30 per month. So, very affordable yun. Walang upfront cost, $30 per month. So, para pag-isipin mo, $30, naku, 1.5 plus.
1.5.
For an accounting software. Pero, sulit na sulit. Sulit na sulit na yon. So, for our SMEs out there, maraming options na po ngayon na tinatawag na SaaS. Yun. And siguro another point is, kumbaga, marami din options na local. Mm-hmm. So let's say sa amin nga, Tarki is one of them. So we're a local solution. Ang kagandahan doon is the support is local. So pag merong tanong yung team ninyo, you can just Viber, di ba? Tapos may sasagot talaga sa kanila in Filipino. So may mag-a-assist. So kumbaga yun, hindi na, wag na kayong kabahan na gumastos because marami ng options available. And as I've mentioned, sometimes it's just really, kumbaga, right frame of mind.
Mm-hmm.
So, i-assess nyo, ano ba yung mga problema ko sa business and what is it really costing me? Kasi baka malaki naman talaga yung cost na pag nag-automate ka, mababawi mo yun.
Yeah. And also, isa sa mga concerns nila is cybersecurity. So, what can you say about, safe ba yung mga, you mentioned about software as a service?
Yes. So, I cannot give a blanket answer. Siyempre, iba-iba yung controls na ginagamit, no? But this is something that you can inquire, di ba, with the service provider. So, merong mga security practices, okay, na kailangan. So, sa software, yung information security, I think it's ISO 72001, if I'm not mistaken. So, merong siyang mga, kumbaga, guidelines, checklist, okay, na pwedeng i-implement nung software provider na yun to ensure that your data is protected. Okay? Mm-hmm. So, for example, siguro, a specific example for us, we're using AWS Cloud.
Mm-hmm.
Yan. So, sa AWS, meron silang mga options to allow for enterprise-grade security level. So, sa Tarki, ginagamit namin yung mga enterprise-grade security features na yon. Another one is encryption. So, meron kaming mobile app. Lahat ng data na nalalagay dun sa mobile app is encrypted. So, hindi siya nababasa, hindi siya tipong kakabit mo sa computer mo, iyahack mo kung ano yung laman ng nasa mobile app mo. So, with our security, meron kaming encryption feature doon. So, I think may mga ganito naman na practices. And if you are really keen on ensuring that the provider has these practices, then I think you can just inquire.
Yeah. And I think gusto ko rin din i-share, no? Kasi I've been kumbaga, believer of automation ever since. So, way back in, I think, 2010, when I was still managing the ink business. So, we invested in SAP. So SAP na SAP, as you know it. So we invested millions doon. Pero syempre, as a business owner, may mabigat yung investment, di ba? So mayroon kaming mga certain, anong tawag mo dito, pagtitipid na ginawa. And one of that is hosting the server in our own office. So we created our own server. Unfortunately, we didn't know anything about it. And yung provider namin ng SAP, hindi din masyado kami na guidan. So what happened was, the data was hijacked. So unfortunately, so we cannot, it came to a point na hindi namin ma-access yung data. Somebody hijacked the data and then asked us to pay huge amount of money for us to, parang ransom.
Yeah.
'Di ba? For us to access the data again. So that time yon, sabi ko hindi kaya, so tinanggal na lang. And I think
na lang.
nilet go na lang. And that is doing DIY back then in 2010 na medyo yun, yung technology hindi pa ganoon wala pang software as a service, 'di ba? Pero ngayon, when you avail of services like payroll ng mga SaaS or kaya Tarki, they have safeguards already in place. You don't have to worry about security because the provider takes care of those security measures na kailangan. So I think iyon yung main difference between early 2000 and now na merong mga software as a service companies aside from cost.
Yes.
And last siguro, pag-usapan din natin uncomfortable with change kasi ito yung isa sa
right.
top 3. What can you say about this?
Correct. Yeah, so we launched Tarki 2014, so almost 10 years, and we have done more than 200 digital transformation projects. And what's interesting is iba-iba ng results. So meron kami nakikitang companies, when they implement Tarki, sobrang ganda ng results. Meron din nag-fail. So bakit kaya ganon? Kasi it's the same tool, right? It's the same tool, it's the same team handling the implementation, pero bakit iba-iba yung results? And yung isang factor that really affects it is the culture of the company. So, if the people are resistant to change, if the management willpower is weak, then pwedeng hindi maging maganda yung implementation. So, as we know, any new process, any new policy, di ba, may resistance dyan. Okay? Pero, merong mga, if you build the right culture, no, okay, the right values in your employees, if you instill the right values, then it will not be a hurdle. Okay? So, siguro isang example ito, if I may give an actual example. So, malaking company sila. It's a distribution company. And when they heard of Tarki, sobrang nagustuhan ng management. So, sabi ng management, kailangan namin to kasi ngayon wala kaming tracking at all. Hindi ko alam kung anong ginagawa ng mga ahente ko. Hindi ko alam kung saan sila nagpupunta, basta pinapasweldo ko sila buwan-buwan. So, nag-implement sila ng Tarki, and guess what happened? After 1 month, sinabihan nila kami, sorry, hindi namin kayang ituloy. Kasi yung mga employees, nagsabi magre-resign sila. And you know what happened? The management caved in. And hindi nila tinuloy. Okay? Because, yun, hindi ready. So, that's years ago. And I believe until now, ando dun pa rin sila sa state na yun. So, hindi pa rin sila nakaka-transition to automation, to digitization, because grabe yung resistance within the company.
Yeah.
Now, put that in contrast with other companies na very, very successful with implementation. So, I think marami sa mga nanonood sa atin are business owners. Di ba? Mga SMEs yan. So, kung nagsisimula pa lang kayo, habang maliit pa, simulan nyo nang i-build yung tamang culture into your organization. And that culture has to start with you, with the owner. Di ba? So, dapat yung tone from the top, very important. Kayo mismo, you have to believe that innovation is key. Yung sabi kanina ni Jerry, hindi lang siya nice to have ngayon. It's a deliberate strategy. It's a necessity. So, dapat mong paniwalaan yon na very important yon. and then instill that same value, yung innovation into your employees para whenever there's something new that you're implementing, imbis na resistant sila, they will welcome it. Kasi alam nila mas makakatulong, mas mapapadali yung trabaho nila.
Yeah. Yeah, very good point yun. No? The very important talaga yung culture ng company when it comes to driving any change.
Yes.
And sadly sa atin, no, sa mga entrepreneurs, sabi nga nila, nothing is permanent except tax or debt. So anong ibig sabihin nun? We need to constantly innovate, we need to constantly change. So ang problem doon is kapag hindi sanay yung organization natin to change, magiging dinosaur tayo, magiging complacent tayo, mauuna, and eventually mahihirapan tayo to cope and to compete with our yung mga competitors because we do things the old way, yung mga nakasanayan na natin. So very important na malagay sa mindset ng mga empleyado yung change and yung innovation. Dapat part yan ng core values para hindi kayo mahirapan. And I think we can share siguro isa din sa mga simple tips lang, simple practical things that we do in a company. Of course, we do sessions ng core values every month.
Correct.
Diba? Like innovation, we have every month we have a general assembly wherein we discuss one core value at a time. So isang discussion yon. Tapos when we hire employees, isang tip din, we always say na yung principle ng flow to the work. And we learned this from PNG.
Yeah.
Diba? Sinasabi natin na flow to the work. Yes, ito yung responsibility mo ngayon, pero we recognize that things may change. Maybe 6 months down the road, 1 year from down the road, may pandemic, and wag naman sana, or kung may anuman, di ba, na opportunity or change in the business landscape that we need to adapt. So, yun yung sinasabi namin na dapat ang mindset ng empleyado, flow to the work. Kung saan sila kailangan, kung saan nandun yung trabaho, dapat magpo-flow lang doon. So, yun yung mga little things that some of the little things that we do in the company to make sure na may innovative mindset and ready to change yung mga employees whenever needed.